What if I told you that the most researched performance supplement in human history isn't just sitting in your muscles waiting to make you look bigger? What if it's quietly rewiring your brain, slowing your cellular aging clock, and doing something to your mitochondria that most doctors have never even mentioned to you? Here's the thing nobody tells you up front. Creatine doesn't work like a drug. It doesn't spike. It doesn't crash. It doesn't hijack your nervous system like caffeine. It works more like upgrading the power grid of an entire city. Not one building, not one street, the entire city. And today, backed by over 500 peer-reviewed studies, including landmark research from the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition, Nature Metabolism, and Neuropharmacology, we're going to walk through exactly what happens when you take creatine every single day. Buckle up, because some of this is going to genuinely surprise you. So, you swallow your creatine. Maybe it's a scoop in water, maybe it's a capsule. It doesn't matter. Within 30 minutes, it's already in your bloodstream. Now here's where it gets interesting, and where most people miss the story. Your muscles don't just absorb creatine, they hoard it, like a survivalist stockpiling fuel before a blackout. Skeletal muscle tissue contains roughly 95% of your body's total creatine stores, and it actively pulls creatine from the blood using specialized sodium-dependent transporters. Think of these transporters as bouncers at an exclusive club, and creatine is on the VIP list. But here's the twist. Your muscles can only hold so much. There's a ceiling, roughly 150 to 160 millimole per kilogram of dry muscle mass, according to research from the University of Nottingham's Exercise Physiology Lab. Most people walking around right now, they're operating at about 60 to 80% of that ceiling. That gap, that unfilled reservoir, is where creatine supplementation does its first, quiet, profound work. It's not dramatic. You won't feel it. But your cells are now sitting on a full tank of phosphocreatine, the most explosive, immediately available energy currency your body possesses. And that full tank is critical because of something called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Every movement, every thought, every heartbeat runs on it. No ATP? Game over. Here's the brutal math. Your body stores only 250 grams of ATP at any moment, and during intense exercise, you burn through it in under 2 seconds. To keep you functional, your cells have to recycle roughly 40 kilograms of ATP per day. This is where creatine earns its place. Phosphocreatine, creatine's stored form in muscle, is a rapid response phosphate donor. The instant ATP breaks down, phosphocreatine rebuilds it. This isn't a slow charger, it's a wireless fast charger wired directly into your cells. The phosphocreatine system is the only energy pathway fast enough for explosive effort, sprinting, jumping, heavy lifting. Without a full tank, you're running every high-intensity moment on a half-charged battery. But this isn't just a story about muscle. Your brain is 2% of your body weight, but burns 20% of your energy. And unlike muscle, which can switch between different fuels, your brain demands a constant, uninterrupted supply. Any dip? That's brain fog, slow reactions, that 3 p.m. crash. A landmark 2021 study in the Journal of Nutrients found creatine significantly improved working memory and processing speed, especially under sleep deprivation and high cognitive load. The mechanism: neurons use phosphocreatine as a neurological shock absorber. When mental demand spikes, phosphocreatine stabilizes ATP before your mitochondria can even respond. Without it, brownouts. With it, the lights stay on. A 2022 meta-analysis in experimental gerontology confirmed measurable episodic memory improvements in older adults on creatine. And for vegetarians who get almost zero dietary creatine, a study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found up to 50% better memory test scores after supplementation. 50%. Let that sink in. Let's continue with the muscle architecture. It's not bloat, it's biology. Let's address the elephant in the room, the water retention myth. Creatine makes you puffy. Here's the truth. Yes, creatine causes water retention, but where matters everything. Creatine is an osmolyte that pulls water inside muscle cells. That's intracellular hydration, completely different from the subcutaneous water that makes you look soft. Intracellular hydration does something remarkable. It increases cell volume, which acts as a direct anabolic signal. A 2003 study in the Journal of Applied Physiology demonstrated that cell swelling triggers upregulation of protein synthesis pathways, specifically mTOR signaling, essentially telling your muscle cells, "We're well-resourced, time to grow." And here's the performance cascade that follows. Satellite cell activation increases, the stem cells of muscle tissue get recruited faster. Myosin heavy chain expression shifts toward more powerful fiber types. IGF-1 local production within muscle tissue gets upregulated. This isn't bro science, this is molecular biology, and it means that the water weight you gain in the first week of creatine use is actually laying the biochemical foundation for real structural muscle growth over the following weeks and months. Part 5. The longevity angle, the anti-aging secret hidden in plain sight. Aging is, at its cellular core, a story of energy failure. Mitochondria become less efficient, ATP output drops, oxidative stress climbs. This mitochondrial decline is one of the 9 hallmarks of aging. Cell Lopez-Otin et al. 2013, one of biology's most cited papers. Creatine sits right at that intersection. A 2020 study in Redox Biology found it reduced mitochondrial ROS production, the oxidative exhaust that corrodes cellular machinery. If mitochondria are engines, oxidative stress is carbon buildup. Creatine is the high-grade fuel additive that keeps combustion clean. Then there's sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. After 30, you lose 3 to 8% of muscle per decade. After 60, it accelerates. The consequences? Fractures, insulin resistance, cognitive decline, and higher all-cause mortality. A 2017 Cochrane review of 22 RCTs concluded creatine plus resistance training significantly outperformed training alone for lean mass and functional strength in older adults. And a 2023 study in Aging Cell found creatine may modulate genes linked to cellular senescence, the zombie cells that stop dividing but flood surrounding tissue with inflammatory signals, accelerating aging. That creatine may influence this process is one of the most exciting frontiers in longevity science today. Myth demolition, the lies you've been told. Myth number 1, kidney damage. Creatine raises blood creatinine, a filtering byproduct, not a damage marker. A 2019 systematic review in JISSN found 0 kidney damage in healthy users over up to 5 years. Myth number 2, hair loss. One unreplicated 2009 DHT study on rugby players, no actual hair loss measured. ISSN's official position, no credible evidence, full stop. Myth number 3, you must load. Loading saturates faster, but 3 to 5 grams daily for 28 days reaches identical saturation with none of the GI distress. Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research 2003. Optional, not mandatory. The protocol. How to actually use this. Form, creatine monohydrate, not HCl, not ethyl ester, not buffered. Most studied, most bioavailable, cheapest. Anything priced 3 times higher is selling marketing. Dose, 3 to 5 grams daily. No cycling, no breaks. Timing, largely irrelevant. Post-workout has a marginal edge, JISSN 2013, but consistency beats timing every time. Stack with carbs plus protein. Insulin-mediated transport maximizes uptake. Your post-workout shake is the perfect vehicle. Who benefits most? Everyone, but especially older adults, vegans/vegetarians, high cognitive load individuals, and anyone doing resistance or high-intensity training. Here's the bottom line. Creatine is not a shortcut. It's not a hack. It's not a cheat code. It is a fundamental biological substrate, one that your body already makes, already uses, and already depends on, that most people are chronically undersupplied with. Supplementing it daily is less like taking a drug and more like finally giving your body enough of something it was always designed to have. The research is unambiguous, the safety record is unmatched, and the benefits, from explosive power to cognitive resilience to longevity, are real, measurable, and available to virtually everyone. The only question is, why are you waiting?